What's up, everybody? We've got another episode of Houston Sports Social. My name is Justin.
And my name is Sean.
It's your boy Sham Wild, a.k.a. Sham Amazing, a.k.a. Sham Bam Kablam, a.k.a. You know what? Golden State may have ruined the NBA, but my move's not ruined. Let's fucking go.
Let's go.
And we're here with episode 11, so let's get into it. We're going to talk about the Rockets. Then we're going to finish up
Kobe! Damn. Okay.
Boy,
we're going to finish up with the, we're going to round that off with the finals and talk about what happened last night. We're going to talk about the Texans and the NFL. Then we're going to wrap it up with some Astros talk and some UFC and boxing. And then we're going to just talk about some random stuff. So without further ado, let's get into it. With the Rockets, a lot of what happened last night is going to affect the Rockets in some way.
hopefully a good way.
Yeah, hopefully a good way. Chris Bosh, former teammate of LeBron, thinks that Houston will be LeBron's choice this summer.
Yeah.
I want it to happen, guys, but I don't know how it's going to happen because we still have all those cap issues. We got Ryan Anderson.
I've been saying this for like the past 4 episodes.
See, there's a lot of ways that it can't happen.
Yeah, but I feel like Morey will have to like pull things out of his
He's going to know obviously, LeBron, just like CP did.
LeBron.
That's why
That's
why he lost.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, so LeBron has option, obviously, to opt in his contract, right?
Yeah.
So when he does that, just like CP3 did, he doesn't have to get signed to full max when come to Houston.
Yeah.
Now, to be able to take Ryan Anderson's, they're going to have to either put
Some picks on it.
some picks. Obviously, it's always a picks. The Rockets Daryl Morey don't really care about picks much. He just cares about getting the players that are hot now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So good role players. So with that, I feel like what he needs to do, what LeBron needs to do, is figure out, obviously. I think the one impact is going to be his kids. Just like he said.
Yeah.
He said his kids are going to be.
It
For
should.
sure.
It should. It should, but then again, is he going to want to be carrying a Cavs team if he stays? Like,
You know what I'm saying? I mean, his kids do go to school in Cleveland, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
But he has a house in L.A. So,
Yeah, and the thing is, I remember hearing somebody said like his kids are big, like in basketball.
Yeah.
In Texas, there's a lot of competitive basketball academies out here.
not even just academies, schools in general,
Schools
dude.
in general, yeah.
Remember how Jack Yates used to be?
Yeah.
That was in my school district. They whooped everybody.
So he'd be fine. I mean, Bronny would be fine because he's only in 8th grade right now.
Yeah, at the same time, you couldn't put his kids in public
There's
school,
so
though,
many,
but yeah.
Yeah, but there's so many high schools that you could go to be competitive. There's a lot of
and
academies.
if he wants to think about that, he'd have to do it now, obviously. This is the time
Exactly.
to say, where am I going to go?
In
And
8th grade, that's when, because he's going to hop into high school pretty soon.
Yeah.
His high school training, that's what it's going to be pivotal for him if he's going to grow as a basketball player.
Yeah. Without getting off that track, for Ryan Anderson, because we know for sure the Rockets want him out.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't care who's faking it, but it's just plain as day.
Yeah.
But anyways, they might. I think they're gonna have to probably put a third team into consideration for his trade.
Yeah.
Because his contract is still about close to $40 million.
Jeez.
They owe him 2 more years, so he'll have 1 more season and with the Rockets, and then if they can't get rid of his contract,
Then
they're gonna have to.
That luxury tax is going to bite. Luxury tax is going to bite so hard.
Hey, Tillman said he was ready to pull out the pocketbook,
Hey,
bro.
man, he's got that mob money, so we'll see how it goes. Speaking of, LeBron moving, I feel like another selling point, like an attractive selling point is Stephen A. Smith. He has his podcast, his After Dark podcast, and he had PJ Tucker on there, and he was talking about the NBA Finals and the ups and downs of the overall great season that the Rockets had, And he had this quote. They were talking, and Stephen A. asked about James Harden. And PJ Tucker, this is what he said. This is per Alkiam Bijani. He said, PJ Tucker on James Harden, quote, "He changed my whole perspective about what a superstar is. I do not get how people say that he needed to do more. He gave 150% of this year. He picked up his defense. He gave us every single thing he had this year. And you can tell that he was trying more on defense than he's ever done. Because Harden's not going to be a defensive specialist. He's never going to be that guy. But the fact that he did what he did this season is so uncharacteristic of him that like
I was always thinking that one of the reasons why that his defense was off was just the fact that he just ran out of gas. Like, but that was kind of like the whole season. Even when he was first starting, he was real horrible.
Yeah.
But at that time, I mean, when did we get Fezzik? Do you know? Did we get him just this one? I think we got him right when we got D'Antoni, right?
Yeah.
So this is what D'Antoni's second year, second full season that he's done, right? Because last year we got against the Spurs we got eliminated in 6. I feel like I think they're gonna do something with him.
I hope so, man. I hope so. Another thing pertaining to the Rockets is, as we all know, Clint Capella is a unrestricted free agent.
No.
This.
Oh yeah, that's another guy we got to worry about, and that's the guy we don't want to get rid of.
Now, going back to the season, do y'all remember that Clippers Rockets game where there was that locker room incident?
Yeah.
So this is per. Who is this per? Let me pull up the tweet real quick. This is per Kelly Ikonba. She says, well, no, it's a he, dude. Kelly Iko. Okay, my bad. Breaking. According to sources, immediately following the Clippers-Rockets altercation in January, DeAndre Jordan expressed frustration and desire to play in Houston to multiple players on the team bust. He stated intent throughout the year. So now what people are thinking because of this, if Capella does get overbid on and he does get like a supermax to somewhere,
well, it's not going to be Phoenix anymore.
It's not. Yeah, well, it might not be Phoenix, but someone's going to pay that man because this season showed how valuable he is to not just this system, but any system because he can guard. When they switched up on him, like he was staying with Steph. He wasn't locking him down, but he was staying with them. Now, what people
but it also depends on how you use Clint Capella,
of course,
because it's like him paired with Harden and or CP3.
He needs to be on a fast running.
Exactly. I think him and Harden were the best offensive duo.
Yeah, for sure.
Offensive net rating on that.
Yeah, and I feel like he works with systems that move around a lot, that keep moving, because he's not one of those people that works on like a Spurs like system.
No, he can't.
He can't.
Yeah, like because Spurs slow the game down. You know?
For sure. He doesn't have the post up yet to work like a Marcus Aldridge or a Tim Duncan. You know.
Yeah.
Imagine if he had that.
Exactly. So
He'd be the best center.
So what people got from this is that if Clint Capella does get outbid, if the Rockets do get outbid on Clint Capella, this is like a backup plan to that. Now DeAndre Jordan is turning 29 in later this summer, and so a 29-year-old with 2 years left on his contract, you wouldn't be paying as much as Clint Capella. And they pretty much do kind of the same things, but Clint Capella's defense is just a little bit better.
Yeah, he plays some more finesse.
Who? Clint Capella.
Clint Capella.
Yeah, but DeAndre Jordan gets rebounds. He gets defensive rebounds, offensive rebounds, and
it's hard to block him out too because he's so freaking dominant and
big. He's a big dude too. Yeah, Clint Capella, he would get outmuscled by Draymond, the likes of Draymond and stuff like that. But this dude has about 40, 50 pounds. Not okay. That's exact.
I mean, but
20,
we understand.
He's just big. Yeah. He's just big. So I'm saying this is like a contingency plan to Clint Capella leaving because Chris Paul and DeAndre Jordan have that rapport already. Honestly, like from this, like because he wants to come back to the Rockets and be with Chris Paul again.
He just wants to come to Houston.
Everybody said there was beef. Like,
between them, right?
Between them. I think it was just Blake versus Chris, dude. Because you can see during that game how they got into it. I think like there was one side that was Chris Paul, and then there's one side that was Blake Griffin. Because I thought DJ was in that beef too because of that. Shoot the ball. Like I thought there was problems because of that.
But that was just an honest mistake.
That was just frustration. Yeah. So I don't know, man. I feel like this could be Plan B, C, maybe.
Who knows, man? Like.
I don't know, but
these NBA offices is going to be ridiculous.
Clint's younger.
Yeah, man. But that's why he's hotter, dude. Everybody wants the newest best thing.
Yeah, that's the thing, though. Like, you're willing to give up your best center. Like, one of the guys that are not the best center in the league, obviously, but a guy that's 22.
Has room to grow, too.
Yeah, he's only 22, and look at the way he's progressed. Got a little Euro step down and everything.
Now, this next bit broke my heart. And it might break y'all's too. I don't know about you, Shamir. Maybe Sean.
Well, go ahead and say it then. Come on.
So Scott Polachek from Bleacher Report Warriors rumors. Trevor Ariza may take pay cut to join
I heard
Golden
about
State. Golden State Warriors in
I heard
free
about that.
agency.
It's clickbait, bro.
Now, yeah,
I heard about that. I was
this
like, get the
man
fuck outta
in
here.
Game 7, like
was just-
Trevor Ariza is not a punk, but he was crying on the bench because he he wasn't crying, but like you could see his eyes were tearing up because he was frustrated and he knew we were this close, you know. And so I don't know, man, but if it is true, good for him, you know, because in the end of the day, his shooting has been declining this season towards the end when we needed it to, and he's getting up there in age, man. And you know, every team wants somebody like younger and stronger and faster. You know,
Well, he's gonna be a good vet. He's a good
for
vet
sure.
player.
But Trevor Ariza is on like the back 5 of his playing time. I feel.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, well, they're not.
Yeah.
Gonna,
Is that a correct assessment? Like,
no, it is. It's just,
Yeah.
but they're not gonna keep him around for what? What is the Rockets offer sheet right now? He's getting paid like $7 a year.
yeah.
This is he's about to be a free agent, so they were. I think they played him like 7 or 8.
Yeah,
This
per
year.
year, yeah. I don't know, man. I like Trevor Ariza. Man.
I mean,
I wish
if-
we could stay. I
yeah.
wish he'd take a pay cut.
He
to
knows
stay
the
here.
system.
Yeah.
I don't see why you can't. He don't even have to be a starter. He could be. He's already getting up there in age. Like
Yeah, he's coming off the bench.
Come off the bench.
But it's whether or not he'll do it. It's whether or not he'll do it.
Dude, Ryan Anderson was getting paid double what he was.
But at the
he
same,
was coming off.
yeah,
the bench.
But Ryan
at the same
doesn't have
time,
any
like,
leverage. He doesn't play defense.
Yeah, he
At
does.
least
Right,
Trevor
but-
Ariza plays defense.
but if Ariza goes to Golden State, he'll have to take a pay cut, right?
yeah,
So why even go to Golden State then? It's
because
no
he
point.
wants to win.
It's
Yeah,
because
sure, okay. So he wants a ring, but
he wants to win. He wants to win, but he knows that teams are getting stronger. So why go that route?
Yeah.
When we won't win. He'll be like Charles Barkley. Just let me go chase it real quick. Just because the Rockets won it, went to the Rockets, they never won it again.
For
Right.
sure, for
And
sure.
he just like
Yeah, man. I don't know. We'll see how this free agency goes, but before that, let's go ahead and get to the topic at hand. So, the 2018 NBA Finals ended last night.
boo,
The Cavaliers proceeded to get swept
boo,
4 games in 4 games.
fucking bullshit.
was that even a series?
It
Dude, I
was the
started
most-
watching at the game
It
too.
was the most anticlimactic
I think
snooze
the
fest.
Pelicans gave a better fight than that, and they were gentlemen. They had a gentleman sweep.
Yeah,
It
but
was-
still though.
It just seemed like everybody just got tired at the end of that.
I just feel like if LeBron and the Cavs got swept by a Western team, any team that would have made it to the finals would have got swept.
We got swept.
I feel like it would have.
yeah,
Even Boston.
Oh hell, Boston would have got murdered, dude.
yeah, definitely Boston. I feel like Toronto would have won one.
When Kevin Durant is your plan B, you're going to lose. When Kevin freaking Durant is your
He said plan B. I thought he was like the first plan, then Steph Curry was plan B.
No, but see, when Steph is like...
Why? Because the man's never won a Finals MVP.
when Steph and Clay... Because Steph had 37 yesterday. Mm-hmm. And Clay was going off yesterday, and they had Draymond going off too. When those three work, and when they're not working, they just can defer to Kevin Durant.
Yeah,
When they're like, okay, nothing's working, the system shit isn't working, just
Here,
toss
Kevin.
it to Durant, here,
Here,
take
Kevin.
it, do what you do. When he's your plan B and you can just defer to that, how do you beat that?
It's bullshit.
How do you beat that?
It's bullshit.
And you saw, man, at the trophy ceremony when he was up there dancing with the trophy, and I was just like, oh my God. I
he's
hate
like,
you
oh, it
so
was
much.
so hard to get here.
Yeah, the hardest road, my ass.
I took the hardest road to get
Yep.
here.
So, it was watching that was not bittersweet to me. I could care less, but it was just.
No,
I
it was just straight
this
bitter.
is so stupid.
I was just straight bitter.
Yep.
I don't give a fuck. I was just straight bitter.
Then, we found out that LeBron was playing with a hand injury.
Yeah, so
That he got from game 1. Here's a quote from him. He said, LeBron on his hand injury, quote, "It was inflicted. Very emotional after game 1. Let emotions get the best of me. Pretty much played the last 3 games with a broken hand." So after game 1, he got frustrated with the JR blunder. He punched a blackboard or whiteboard. And they showed a picture, and it showed that his right hand,
swollen.
his shooting hand was swollen, like right here in this area, like it was fat. So JR caused that too. And then at the post game, LeBron was wearing a cast, and everybody was taking pictures of it. And somebody tweeted out, they're like, "Oh, the best supporting cast LeBron has had all series."
Damn.
And that I was like, "Oh my God!"
Damn. hold on. Let me step out the room real quick. Give me a second.
It's like, is it wrong?
They're not wrong.
Is it wrong? I mean, it's a little bit better than what he had in 2007.
You ain't wrong. You
The
just
only person that showed up with him slightly was Kevin Love.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's it.
And the thing
Running Hood got a little bit of spark going.
Kevin Love gets
late.
so much shit though too.
Bro, because no, Kevin Love was trying, you know. Yeah, I mean, there have been times where we got on Kevin Love like, "Damn, what the fuck Kevin Love doing? He ain't doing shit.
Yeah.
You know, but no, these finals, like in this series, like, he was trying. He was really trying.
Yeah, he was really trying.
You know what I'm saying? But it's just like,
I mean, but
you don't have that
they had
third
to know
person.
down deep inside. They knew obviously that team is
Just
way
stat.
more talented. Heck,
It's
any
not even
Western
just talent,
team,
it's just stat. It's
yeah,
just,
any Western team, for sure the Rockets could have beat. Heck, if let's say Utah would have won, I think Utah could have beat the Cavs. I'll be honest.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially
Just-
if they perform like they did this.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's just not.
It was rough.
He needs to think about that. He's not going to win with that squad.
Like,
You know,
he will
it's
not get
crazy
another
because the
ring with
Cavs
that
could have won too. Cavs could have won too.
Oh yeah, for
straight
sure.
up.
For sure.
Like, what was it? Game 1.
That threw up the
You know what I'm
momentum. That's it.
They-
I think once he
they
took that
showed-
hard L right there,
Yeah.
that threw
That would
everything
just
up.
set the
Yeah.
precedent for the whole series. Now, speaking of like LeBron being surrounded, you know, in his team's performance, there was an interview that they had with LeBron. I'll go ahead and play that audio for you real quick.
In order to win, you got to have talent, but you got to be very cerebral too. I mean, I mean, there's so many. Listen, we're all NBA players. Everybody know how to put the ball in the hoop, but who can think throughout the course of the game? And you know, this is so challenging for me to sit up here and say because of people who really don't know the game, don't really know what I'm talking about. They just think that you just go out and like, oh, LeBron, you're bigger and faster and stronger than everybody. You should drive every single time, and you should dunk every single play, and you should never get tired. Never. Like it's a video game, and you went on the options, and you turned down fatigue all the way to 0 and injuries all the way down to 0. So we come back here, and we get the minds, and we build a championship team, and then Golden State, because of Steph's injuries early on in his career, his contract situation, and then them drafting Draymond and drafting Clay, and them being under the contracts they were in, allowed their franchise to go out to get KD. And so they win a championship, and then we play them, and we come back from 3-1, and we beat them. But that was the best regular season, probably the best team I had ever played against. They go 73-9, and then you add one of the best players that the NBA has ever seen. So now everyone's trying to figure that out. How do you put together a group of talent, but also a group of minds as well, to be able to compete with Golden State, to be able to compete for a championship. So that's what GMs and presidents and certain players. It's not every player. Every player does not want to. It's sad to say, but every player don't want to compete for a championship and be in a position where every possession is pressure.
So, man, what I got from that is there was a very important thing. He was talking about, you know, what it means to have teammates that are cerebral, that don't just go out to play the game, but they actually think, they study the game.
They got to
and
have
stuff.
high basketball IQ.
And they plucked that interview, and I feel like that was a direct shot at JR. That was a direct shot at JR. Because LeBron, they've asked him why he went to Miami, and he said he wanted to go to a team with talented guys, with the guys that study the game, like Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I feel like this team that he didn't have those cerebral type players. Nobody. You had a Rodney Hood that didn't want to play in the finals. You had
young guys like Nance and Clarkson.
Yeah, that just don't understand the game at his level, you know. And so he needs to surround himself with cerebral players. And so when I heard that, what team did I think of? I thought of the Rockets.
Or the Spurs.
The Spurs have
the Spurs,
too.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why the Rockets are number 1 on the list, and that's why the Spurs are number 5 on the list, because, you know, Chris Paul studies the game like that.
So they're going to have – sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt about that. But so the Spurs, the only factor that I don't see him going to the Spurs is because they don't have a true point guard. But DeJounte Murray, He's a good point guard,
Jonte Murray,
but he
Patty
ain't no
Mills.
CP. But
He doesn't have to be.
he doesn't.
He doesn't have to be.
But I would. But in the Rocket system, you need a true point guard in that system.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So
Yeah, ain't denying that.
Because
Yeah,
LeBron had
that's why we
Kyrie
have-
last season, right?
And then, but would you say Kyrie was a true point guard though? He was a shooting guard.
That's
nah, he was more shooting.
He was
guard.
a-
LeBron had
shooting
more,
guard.
but still, he could defer the attention off LeBron.
Right. Yeah. So really, what you're asking is, can somebody just take the pressure off LeBron? Spurs can do it. Rockets can do it. I mean, and what are other
The
teams?
whole thing with Philly. What do you think? I don't
I
don't
can't
really-
see it.
I don't
I
I
can't
feel
see
like
it.
they're still too young. They're
can't
still
see it.
building, and I feel like he doesn't want to go to a rebuilding team. Not
Yeah,
a
they're
rebuild.
not
They're not
setting up.
rebuilding. They're just still in the process.
Right.
like. They're not the team that
The
can beat the
process.
Warriors.
Yeah,
if that's what he's thinking about dethroning, they're not the team that can beat them. They're not.
No, he wants to go to a team that's established and ready to go.
Yeah.
and
Right.
ready to roll.
I mean, Ben Simmons is your best player on that team,
yeah,
but he don't even have a jump shot.
you need that.
And then
And
he
you
choked. He choked during the playoffs.
Yeah, and you're gonna have a jump
Against the
shooter
Celtics,
not
yeah.
shoot against Golden State.
You know, crazy
Not gonna
stat.
happen.
Crazy stat is the 4 teams that were in the conference finals. The 4
Yeah.
teams that were in the conference finals had the highest 3-point percentages in the whole league. The 4 teams that were in the conference finals shot the 3-point shot the best of the whole league. So that tells you how much value the 3-point game has.
Yeah, because the system's.
So if Philly,
big.
you know, how low was Philly in that game? All they had was JJ Redick, right?
That's it.
I wish we had him.
I know he would have fit.
He'd
He would have fit
hit-
this team like a glove. But 23 million for
Him and Chris
one-
Paul, bro.
Oh, they paid the man though.
23 million for 1 year. Get the fuck out of here.
Hey,
I was
he finessed him, bro. I don't
so
care.
bad. He fleeced him
Bro,
so bad.
I'm
man.
pretty sure Chris Paul would have like, hey, yo, get him. JJ Redick, yes,
might
get him.
shoot.
We ain't giving you
Get
20.
him.
They
Because
might.
I'm saying, because if the Rockets ain't gonna get LeBron, hey, yo, JJ.
Look, you know, I'll be happy to trade Ryan and JJ just a clean swap. Just
They're not
Yeah.
gonna take that. They don't want Ryan Anderson.
he could work. He could work out in Philly.
You might. I don't know if
He's a
they'll
shooter,
take it.
bro.
I don't know if they'll take it. Well, let me read y'all something else. Kevin Love trade rumors. The Cavaliers would shop Kevin Love if LeBron James leaves.
That's fucked up.
Kevin Love will be good on this squad, on the Rockets, because they've wanted him for years.
I think he'll be good anyway.
Yeah, because
really.
he's a really good power forward and he gets
And
boards.
he has a good shot too. It just wasn't falling on the Cavs. But
Yeah.
he'd be a good 4 for us. He's like
I think
he's
fatigue got them though,
I
man.
know.
I'll be honest.
Kevin Love is everything that we wanted Ryan Anderson to be.
Yeah.
Everything that we wanted Ryan Anderson to be.
If they didn't have to take the Pacers and Boston to 7, I think he would have had more gas, a little bit more gas. That's the reason why they got swept.
Yeah,
They were just gassed out by that.
for sure.
You know, they swept the Raptors, but it was hard. It was a hard playoff series for them.
Yeah.
Surprised they even got that far.
Like, and as I'm saying, like the Cavs earned that shit. Like, they earned their spot.
Yeah,
like
they hit a
you really can't
major-
take it away.
LeBron,
Major wall.
I wish.
Okay, yeah, during that Celtics series, definitely with LeBron earned that.
Yeah, I wish
That
they
Celtics
could
series.
give like the Finals MVP to the losing team because LeBron earned that more than KD did.
Oh my god,
LeBron earned that way more than KD did.
KD was scared of this dude. Game 1, he was scared because then LeBron dropped what 50.
He dropped 51.
No,
and took
51.
it
I'm
out.
sorry, 51. And like KD was just like, I got to deal with this,
Yep.
you know. But this is one thing I want to criticize LeBron about, and I think Stephen A. talked about this on First Take, whereas like LeBron doesn't guard the best player, which I feel like if he stayed on KD
Yeah.
throughout the series, it might have been a different outcome.
Huh.
And it shows you like he didn't. He didn't stay on KD. I think it was more. Was it Tristan? No, Tristan Thompson was on Clay most of the time. Who's
Yeah,
on
but
KD?
all the superstars usually do that because they're trying to conserve energy.
True, but don't you think it would have been a different outcome? Maybe a different
But
outcome.
which true superstar is it like the best 2-way?
If we're talking about on Golden State, bro,
No, on like
You talking about the whole
biggest
NBA?
superstars, all NBA. Which superstar guards the best player and puts up
True.
the most points?
okay, yeah. I mean, you have a point.
You're talking about LeBron?
I'm talking
No,
about
he's talking about this in
any
general.
NBA
Because
superstar.
then like Harden goes out to guard the best player.
True NBA superstar.
Two-way.
Yeah, is the biggest.
Well, Kawhi's one.
Kawhi's
Yeah,
one.
but-
Healthy
But
Kawhi.
does Kawhi like drop superstar level points?
No, he doesn't.
He usually
Doesn't
drops
have
like
to.
a good 27, 30.
Right.
Yeah, what did he
And I was
average?
about to say Chris Paul, but
What did he
Chris Paul
average
doesn't-
before he got hurt? Not this last year.
Who?
You know what he averaged,
He
Kawhi?
averaged like 30.
Yeah,
30?
Yeah.
20 high 20s, early 30s at
Yeah.
best.
That's high.
But like, I don't think there's any true superstar that like guards the best player.
I mean, that's kind of hard to say because we would have to go back and look at the season because, like I said, Chris Paul, he has no problem guarding Steph.
Yeah,
No problem.
He
Chris
guards
Paul
him
wasn't
well.
the main guy this season though.
True. I mean, I'm just saying,
Yeah,
like, because,
sure.
but I mean, if we're talking about superstars,
Yeah.
Chris Paul is a superstar in my opinion.
Yeah.
Westbrook, he don't give a fuck. he don't give a
Yeah.
fuck. Like, he'll definitely go for the best player, well, who he thinks is the best player, which sometimes is wrong.
Yeah.
You know? And who else?
He lets that
Yeah,
get to his
so
head,
like,
though. That's why.
actually, that's something to think about. And I wish we like put that on the docket earlier, so we all think about that because that's actually a good topic.
Yeah,
Actually,
for sure.
Yeah.
I can put it down on it.
So I had an
Yeah, we can talk about
I
it
had a
next
small.
time.
I know. I don't. It's just still about basketball, but I had a small epiphany, and it's kind of weird if you think about it. But if you kind of think about it, well, you'd be like, makes sense. So Kevin Durant says he's planning on re-signing, right? Yeah, he's a free agent now, right? Like,
Right.
he was only going for a little 2-year,
Yeah.
2-year deal.
2-year.
So what if? Okay, because it's funny how Steph hasn't gotten the Finals MVP.
Yeah.
First time they won it, Andre Iguodala got it, right? If I'm not
Yep.
mistaken. Andre got it that
Did
first
he?
year.
Oh, yeah,
in
yeah,
2015.
He got
Andre got the Finals MVP.
Yeah.
Right.
16, they lost it obviously 3-1
Cavs.
to the Cavs.
Then 17, KD.
17, KD, 18, KD.
Yeah.
Do you think somewhere down deep inside it's all been plotted, if you think about it, that KD went on that team just to get 2 titles, get Finals MVP, and then dips on them?
That'd be so fun.
That'd be hilarious.
I said-
But if he did that, then KD would truly become the most hated player in the NBA.
Yeah,
Like straight up.
Yep.
Cause and then really who gives a fuck? Because Steph Curry got like fucking like the season MVP anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he got double.
Yeah. But then then I didn't like the question is well, like what's more important, the Finals MVP or
It's
the season MVP?
They're both pretty good achievements, but I would want the regular season MVP.
By the way, who has won the regular season MVP? Is that already
Oh
shown?
no,
up?
they haven't even said
They
that.
haven't even shown.
That's,
Wow.
that's literally the last one that they get, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
but
get-
that should
they-
be before. I feel like it should be before the
Because-
finals, like
They
it
got that
used to be.
Players Association already chose like the MVP and the Rookie of the Year. 'Cause
Okay.
The Players Association is
What's
different.
the last? Those are the 2 last awards: the rookie and the MVP.
Rookie and the MVP
that they
yeah, but
announced.
that's the NBA. So the writers are the ones that choose the MVP and like the Rookie of the Year and stuff. But the Players Association, they have their own award ceremony, and they did that just now. And James Harden was the MVP, and Donovan Mitchell was the Rookie of the Year.
Okay.
I'd give it to Donovan.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that's
hell,
kind of a
hell
tell,
yeah,
yeah.
easily.
Yeah, but that's not the key MVP award, though, right?
No,
When
Damn.
they have that? I didn't even see
It
that.
was just he said yesterday, right?
yeah.
What channel was that on? Was that on ESPN?
Probably wasn't.
Was it even televised?
No, it was just Bleacher Report. No, the Players Association awards. No, they don't have an award ceremony. They just say it.
Oh, they just say it.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
But yeah.
Bongo.
Another thing about these finals is the Cavs joined the Raptors and the Trailblazers as the only teams to be swept in 2018.
Trash.
It's funny because they swept and then they got swept.
Yeah, it was
It's like, oh, it was a
sweep.
pattern. It was
Sweep.
7 sweep.
You
7
deleted the KD
sweep.
thing.
which one?
KD's
Yeah,
legacy.
we're going to talk about that right now. So,
Okay.
what do y'all feel about KD's legacy going forward?
It's not really worth it to me. It's just whatever.
Or is there an
It's
asterisk?
literally like
is there an asterisk?
There's an
Oh,
asterisk.
yeah,
there's
is.
an asterisk.
It's literally just neutral.
Because
it's like whatever.
There's a reason why there's a reason why Michael Jordan is considered the greatest NBA player of all time, and why there's no asterisk on it. Yes, you had Scottie Pippen and you had Dennis Rodman, but those are role players more than they are like star players. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For sure.
And then yes, and Jordan carried that team. You know what I mean? Well, I wouldn't say totally carried, but yeah, he had help. True,
Yeah.
but it wasn't like it was 4 freaking. I'm sorry. It was 3 other players that were actually are all stars, or if we actually break it down, like 4-star players.
Yeah.
there's a 5-star player in freaking Steph Curry. You know, depending on the situation. Klay Thompson's a 4-star player. Draymond Green's a 4-star player, and then whoever's at 5th, either be Iguodala, 3 to 4-star, depending. Maybe Javal was probably a 2-star.
JaVale.
But still, like in the system, they know how to utilize them. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so basically, on Golden State, you basically have an Olympic team. Like the starting five is usually an Olympic team.
They submit them for the Olympic team.
Yes.
People,
like the whole 5, the Hamptons 5.
They probably win gold.
Right. Like the Hamptons 5 that is what you call a super team.
Yeah.
I feel like anything more than 3 should be considered a super team. Yes, when LeBron went to Miami, I feel like that was a super team also. You know, just because like the raw talent that was on that team.
Yeah.
But now Golden State took it to a whole nother level. That is a true super team, and honestly, that ruins the NBA as far as competitiveness.
Okay, now I have 2 points to say about it. The first point you said about an asterisk on KD. I was talking to one of my buddies about that, and I told him that KD gets an asterisk on these 2 titles, and he said, well, the Rockets get an asterisk on 2 of their titles because Jordan was playing baseball.
Okay.
And I was like, how does that apply? That's not the same thing.
Yeah, that's not the same thing.
Then he was like, it kind of is because, you know, Jordan wasn't there, so you never know what could have happened. And then he's saying, well, just like KD, if, you know, he did it, so how does he have an asterisk? He went there and he did the damn thing. So
that's not the same. No, that's not the same thing.
That's what I was saying.
Because taking one away and giving one is not the same.
Right. I can kind of understand where he says, okay, Jordan's playing baseball. That's why the Rockets won.
I don't know why he did that. He was so trash at baseball.
Well, he's
but like if we just stand on topic, I can kind of see that. But at the same time, like KD went to the best team.
Yeah.
KD went to the best team.
No, what made it worse is he went to the best team that beat him.
Yes,
The year
and they was
before.
up 2 games.
I feel like if they didn't beat him, like that'd be
Yes, because OKC had a chance to beat him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Blew the 3-1.
And then they also had a chance to beat Miami when LeBron was on there.
On the finals. In the
Yeah,
When
that's
they
what I'm
had
saying.
James Harden.
Yeah, when they had James Harden, James Harden got $6 million a year. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's on you, dude. Like that's not on the team as a whole, really.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it is. It's because it's a team sport, but it's really nobody's fault, dude.
I mean, because it's not the same, dude. It's not the same
It's
because
really
he's
not the
getting
same.
carried by everybody. If one player, like KD carried Curry
Yeah.
the last games,
Mm-hmm.
but he can't. I don't know. They're all like a safety net for each other. So if one does bad, just one carries the whole team.
Yeah, or 3.
Or 3, yeah.
Or 3. You know what I'm saying?
My second point to that is this super team thing. You said how the super teams are detrimental to the NBA,
Yeah.
but that's just the trend of how it's going now. So
But
what
then-
do you do about that? That's just how it's going to be.
Well, shit. Honestly, I'm gonna start weighing away from basketball, dude, because it's like it's not even fun to watch anymore. And then I had a conversation with somebody at work talking about, well, you know, KD went to Golden State for money. You know what I'm saying? I can understand your point about competition, but KD went in there for money. But now, if it's all about money, okay, so guess what's really going to happen for true basketball fans? Really, KD's on a super team, right? It's a super team. You already know the super team is going to win. What's the point of watching basketball?
Yeah.
And guess what? And guess where you get all your money? From the viewers watching it, from people buying tickets to go watch the games.
But the thing is, see, because everybody thought the Golden State Warriors and the Cleveland Cavaliers were going to be in the finals again, but people still watch. Right?
Yeah, true.
So I
People
feel
still
like-
watch, but
I
I'm
feel
pretty
like-
sure those ratings have went down,
Yeah,
dude.
for sure. But people are still going to watch basketball.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the finals was way
Yeah,
less.
that's the
than-
finals.
Mm-hmm.
But that's when you say the superstar teams are formed. That's. I feel like viewers are going to talk that shit, but people still are going to watch basketball. I'd probably be like, man.
Oh, I actually didn't watch but 2
The
quarters
finals,
of this
yeah,
finals.
it was fine.
Exactly.
But I'm talking about the regular season because you're still going to support your squad.
Right.
Oh,
I
yeah, I'm going
understand
to
that.
watch it.
I understand that, but I'm saying every year it's going to get less and less
Yeah.
and less. Where somebody's going to have to do something about it.
Yeah.
Because this shit's not going to happen overnight, dude. It's not going to happen over the course of one season. But every year, every season, it's going to happen less and less. And watch, the NBA is going to start losing money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of
That
that,
is what happened.
did you hear
It could happen.
They asked KD, they're like, what do you think about all these people saying that you're ruining the NBA? And he said, well, the NBA needs to be playing me a lot more if I'm actually doing what they say I'm doing.
Oh.
You leaving? but he really walked up and he walked out the door.
He hates him.
I legit like.
He's trying so hard to be
Like
the
this
bad
dude was
guy.
one of my favorite players.
He's trying so hard to
straight
be
up,
the
team
bad-
went together.
He's trying to be so hard to be the bad guy, and it just looks goofy because he's not like a villainous.
What
Kind
is Sean's dad calling? You good? Okay.
he's
yeah.
trying so hard to be a villainous kind of dude, and he's not that dude.
It's just this dude used to be one of my favorite players. I had so much respect for him before he went to Golden State, dude.
Yeah.
Like, straight up.
I don't know. We'll just see. I'm gonna miss basketball. We had a good season.
I mean, it's all about football right
It's
now.
gonna be a
dude.
long off
It's
season.
going to be a long off season. No, it's not going to be. It's going to be. There's going to be a lot to talk about. Cause
I know it's gonna be
until
a long,
LeBron signs something.
Yeah, it's
they're
gonna be
not
a
talk
long
about
and
it.
crazy off season. But
It's just, yeah.
one more thing on basketball. This is coming from Justin Termine on June 3rd. He said, just spoke with Kiki Vanderway. He said the NBA will experiment with a challenge flag during the
Yeah.
summer league. What do y'all think about that? Like a flag system? Just
How
like
is that even going to work? Throw a flag out on the court. What if someone slips on that?
Yeah.
No, they wouldn't throw it on the court, man. They don't have to throw it on the court. They could just like go to the side official, wave a flag or something. They're just going to experiment it with the
We'll just
summer
put
league.
cards.
Yeah,
Red
or a
cards,
card,
you know
or
what
like
I'm
something
saying?
like
There's a
that, so
card
they can
system.
experiment with like questionable calls and stuff. They can question it.
So it's going to be more like what, overturn calls now? Or
Overturning calls, like remember when LeBron had that?
when
court-
that call probably should never been overturned. Well, it's just weird that the call was overturned.
Yeah, well, they can. It's a challengeable offense. They're going to experiment
That's
with it
gonna be
in the
crazy.
summer league. We'll see how it goes because the only reason they don't review all the fouls is because of time.
Right,
That's what they had said. So this would take time if they're reviewing a challenge, right?
right.
So we'll see how it goes. I think it's kind of interesting, but we'll see how it goes in the summer league. But
It's gonna be crazy, dude.
that's all I got for basketball. Do you have anything else for basketball?
Yeah, fuck basketball right now.
Yeah, man. I just,
Well,
It's
it's
like, look,
it's over anyway.
this
so-
offseason is going to be more exciting than this.
Yeah,
year.
because
It
there's a lot of
is.
good free agents out there.
Yeah, and dude, like even like the NBA draft is gonna be more exciting.
Yeah, but we'll see. We'll monitor that. Let's move on to the Texans. Some breaking news, some kind of sad, off-putting news. Texans safety Andre Howe diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma.
Yeah, that was
Houston.
sad to hear.
This is coming from Sarah Barshop, ESPN staff writer for the Texans. Houston Texans safety Andre Howe has been diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma. The team announced Friday. Howe, 26, is undergoing further testing and evaluation at the MD Anderson Cancer Center after he was given a preliminary diagnosis from the Texans team physician. It's pretty sad. A young guy. He was a starting safety for the Texans. He actually put out a statement. I'm going to go ahead and read a statement for him. He put it up on Twitter yesterday. He says, quote, "My faith in God and the support from my friends, family, teammates, and coaches will see me through this difficult time. I will not let this diagnosis stop me from fulfilling my dreams, and I do not want anyone to feel sorry for me. I know how to beat this, and I will beat it." Yeah, praying for the best for Andre Howe. He's at MD Anderson over there, #1 cancer center in the nation. He's in good hands. I feel he'd be all right. David Quesenberry, he was an offensive lineman for the Texans. He actually had cancer too. I'm not sure which type of cancer, but he came back and he's in playing shape now, and he's playing. So, Scott, I mean, it's not as bad as we expect it to be. He's in good care. They caught it early, so shout out to the medical staff for catching that before it got worse. So we'll see. Other than that, OTAs are looking good. I've watched a couple of the videos on HoustonTexans.com. Everybody's looking great, man. Everybody's going into training camp healthy.
Yeah,
J.J. Watt's healthy. Clowney's healthy.
right.
All of our stars are healthy. Deshaun Watson's out there practicing.
And dude, like that's the main thing with Texans, man. We just gotta make sure we stay healthy.
That's the thing.
I'm buying a whole bunch of Tylenol and just make sure I just throw it at them like Skittles, bro. Like, come on, stay healthy, stay healthy, stay healhy.
They're experimenting with that Julian Davenport, the draft pick that we had last season at left tackle. And so a lot of people are saying that he looked good
Hey,
in training. Hopefully he holds because he's like the quarterback's bodyguard.
Deshaun Watson needs all the protection he can get,
All the help he can
all the
get.
protection. I don't want to see a hair.
Yeah,
hurt on
that's
him, bro.
that's one of their biggest assets. Dude. They need to,
Yes,
because
because he's the only thing that keeping the offense alive. honestly.
For sure, absolutely.
quarterbacks don't come around.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially for us.
Okay, well that's all for the Texans. Let's get into some NFL news.
Let's do it.
Patriots Julian Edelman facing 4-game PED ban, including Texans game in week 1.
Thank God.
He was coming off an ACL injury from preseason
Yeah.
last season, and he got caught for PEDs. He put out a statement on Instagram, quote, "I am very sorry. I don't know what happened. I've taken many, many tests, obviously, over the course of my career, and nothing like this has ever happened. I apologize to the Kraft family, my coaches, teammates, and fans. As this matter is being appealed, I can't say any more, but no matter what, I will be ready to play and pursue another championship with our team and for Patriots fans around the world."
Okay, now, as a 4 fan, damn, that sucks. As a Texans fan, thank God.
Exactly.
Thank God, because that's like one less thing we have to worry about. We still got to worry about like 10 more other things, but he's one less thing we have to worry about.
He has been a thorn on our side. Like, you would just see him running circles around
Oh
our
my
defensive
God.
backs, man. And
I, as a whole, that team is just, they're like,
Ridiculous.
they're just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
And I blame that on the quarterback and Bill Belichick. He's the one that, he could just turn anybody into like a star.
Yeah.
Some other news around the NFL. This is coming from Burgundy Blog, the Redskins fan blog. So they asked one of their players, Chris Cooley, I believe it is. Chris Cooley. He's working Redskins radio or something. And it's Burgundy Blog says what Cooley's hearing about Alex Smith, the new Redskins from new Redskins teammates. Quote: a lot of the good things are like, oh my God, this is what an NFL quarterback acts like.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, wait a second, wasn't what's his name?
Kirk Cousins?
Kirk Cousins, wasn't he like a good quarterback for them?
Yeah, but I think they're talking about what personality. Like, I don't know how Kirk Cousins' personality was.
But they're saying this is what an NFL quarterback acts like. Like they've never
Acts
seen,
like. That's what I'm saying. Acts like.
like they've never seen a professional quarterback before.
Well, no. Like I said, I still think it's coming towards like personality, like how he carried himself. I don't know what Kirk Cousins did. I mean,
Is that a shot at Kirk Cousins?
maybe, I don't know. Because it definitely sounded like it. Because I don't think you remember. Was it 2 years ago, where Kirk Cousins? I guess he comes not into a locker room, but into some room.
like
He
that?
said, "You like that? You like that? Yeah." And I was like, that made me like Kirk Cousins personally.
yeah,
That made me like
I
Kirk
remember
Cousins.
that. I remember that.
But imagine if he's like that all the time. You know, he was like, oh, okay, that can get annoying.
Yeah. There's
I
a
don't know.
response to that tweet from at Pocket Chops. He says, "I feel
Pork
this." Probably no, it's Pocket Chops.
Okay.
He said, "I feel the same way, and I've only seen pictures. He just seems like a true quarterback, a demeanor and professionalism that the Skins haven't had. No nonsense type guy. Griff was energetic, all smiles. Kirk was cheesy fan favorite." So now this dude's, taking a shot at Robert Griffin and Kirk Cousins. So see, that's the thing. Like, Alex Smith is like a manager. Like, he's very stoic. He's not a super flashy kind of guy.
Yeah.
But he gets the job done, right? And that's why I liked him on the Chiefs.
Right.
I guess he's bringing that same like personality. Just
Right.
come in, get the job done, get out.
Personally, there's nothing wrong with that, you know? I mean, I guess he treats it more like a job than anything,
True.
you know?
And
And
I
he's
mean,
just serious. But hell, I mean, if that's what gets you wins, fuck it.
for sure. Do it. Do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. Let's touch on some Astros talk.
True.
Actually, no. Before that, Trump cancels his visit with the Eagles because they disagree on stance with the anthem.
It was that, and because there wasn't going to
That's
be enough
hilarious.
of them in attendance.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
were only going to send like 8 to 10 people there.
Yeah.
And so he
It would
so it was like,
have
fuck
been
Trump.
a good look.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been a good look.
I mean, already going to the White House ain't a good
so
look.
he canceled it, and he said that they let down their fans.
How? In what way? They won them a Super Bowl?
Yeah, they've
How does
done.
that physically-
The Eagles have done so much for the community. Like Chris Long, he donated his whole salary to charity.
You know
His
what I'm
whole
saying?
salary last season. They've done so much community work, and so
His whole salary?
his whole salary.
that-
And
that's
so
crazy.
then Trump,
It's like,
he was just like, whatever, we're just gonna have a flag celebration in the lawn. So in the garden, and so
Yeah.
they had a whole bunch of people playing in the band, and it was so funny. They were doing the Pledge of Allegiance, and some dude, he kneeled on the White House property. He
Wow.
kneeled, and everybody was taking pictures of it. And I was just like, that dude's a G. He
For
went
real.
straight into the lion's mouth, and he kneeled.
I got fired that day.
Yeah, but man, I don't even know. We'll see. Let's move on to the Astros. The Astros, they've taken a 2-game lead in the series against the Rangers. Thankfully, the next few stretches, the next few series are against teams that are in the lower parts of their divisions. We needed that because we had a stretch where we were playing the Yankees, Cleveland, Seattle, like all these top tier teams. And so as of right now, the Astros are second to the Mariners in the AL West. So right now
We split a series with them, right?
yeah, with the Mariners, yeah. So right now they're 40-23. We are 40-25. So we're number 2. Then it's the Angels at 36-28, the Athletics at 33-21, and the Trash Rangers at 27-39.
And the Yankees are the best. What are the
Yankees? Yankees are number 1 in their division. They're 41-18.
Oh, we're not too far behind.
Red Sox are 43-21.
Look at our AL West.
Blue Jays are 28-35. Orioles are 19.
Rangers.
So I mean, we're still in the thick of everything. So we'll be
Yeah,
minded.
we're only a half game behind Mariners.
Yep. So if we lock up this win against the Rangers tonight, it's good. Charlie Morton on the mound tonight. Let me go and check the score on that.
They're still playing the Rangers, right?
Yeah, they're playing the Rangers. Right now.
Dude, Rangers get smoked all the
I
time.
know because they're so trash.
They're the
so
last in the
trash.
division.
Score. Top of the first is still 0-0, so the game just started.
Okay.
Charlie Morton on the mound. So Charlie fucking Morton, let's do it.
Everybody in this.
Yeah, I just feel like a lot of
in
things
the
happen
national.
right now.
The National League is trash.
Yeah. There's just like the East and the West in basketball.
Yeah, exactly. No wonder the
It's
Astros
the
got moved up to
same,
the
man.
American League.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, White Sox trash too. Never mind.
Yep. So let's move on. There's a UFC fight going on tonight. UFC 225, Saturday, June 9th. On pay-per-view. Here are the matches going up. We have the early prelims. We've got Rashad Evans versus we got Evans and Smith. We got
Come on, dog.
Joseph Benavidez versus Sergio Pettis. We got Clay Guida versus oh my god, I should have I'm forgetting these names. What the hell? We got Guida and Oliveira. We got Santiago and Igo. Then we have on the FS1 prelims, we have Alistair Overeem versus Curtis Blades. We have Claudia Gadela versus Carla Esparza. Oh my god, so many names. Ricardo Lamas versus something Bektik. We've got Coulter versus De La Rocha, and that winds down the FS1 prelims. Then we have Arlovsky versus Tai Tuivasa. We have CM Punk versus Mike Jackson on the main card. So
Dude, I saw that. I actually got excited.
yeah,
CM Punk, dude.
it's in Chicago too. Then we've got Holly Holm versus Megan Anderson.
Is she gonna lose again?
Who?
She's been
Holly
losing.
Holm. Well, Megan Anderson, she's scary. She's like 6'2".
She's gonna beat her up.
She's a big woman.
She's gonna get her.
Yeah, so we have Colby Covington versus Rafael Dos Anjos, and then we have Yoel Romero versus Robert Whitaker. Now, there's an interesting thing that happened with Yoel Romero and Robert Whitaker. This was going to be a championship fight right, for the middleweight title. No, yes, middleweight title.
You're
Yes, the
middleweight
185. So, what happened was, usually they have all week to cut weight, right?
Yeah.
So yesterday was the weigh-in time. They're supposed to weigh in. Usually they get 2 hours before the weigh-in, right, to get their weight down to 185. They cut Yoel an hour short for some reason. The commission cut him short. And he came in and weighed in at one time at 188. And so they said, you have another hour to cut. So he went back and started cutting, and they cut him off in the middle of that. And he came back and weighed in at 185.2. And so they said he missed weight twice. And then he was saying, I don't know why they cut my weight cut short. And so I'm thinking is they thought he was not feeling good. They thought he was like, it was too harsh on him. So they cut him off. But he was like, I do this, I could have made that weight. So now it's a non-title fight now. Some of the purse goes, if Yoel Romero wins his winnings, Robert Whitaker gets some of those winnings and he doesn't win the title.
That's messed up.
Yeah, so I don't know why they did that, but I mean, still, Because this dude's big. He said his walking weight is like 210, 220. So he cuts all the way to 185. That's his natural weight.
Dude, I'm like I'm around that size too.
But
like
look at this
220.
dude. Look at that dude. That's him.
God,
You're telling me that man is 185?
He doesn't even look like it. He doesn't look like it at all.
Yeah, he doesn't look like 185 at all. So can you imagine how harsh that weight cut is?
Dude, it's so bad.
It's so bad. So I don't know why they stopped him like that, but I guess. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm kind of want to see CM Punk win, man, because he went against a brown belt in jiu-jitsu last time, and he thought because this dude was like a white belt, and so I don't know. Everybody was just like blowing smoke. They're like, all it takes is one punch. So CM Punk is coming, right? And Mickey Gall, he just takes him down, and he just hits him up a little bit and then chokes him out. And I was just like, and it was done in the first round. I was like, come on. It was like he bit off more than he can chew. But this dude, he's 0-1 in the UFC too. This Mike Jackson that he's going up against. So that dude. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But that's all I got for the UFC. What you got for boxing, Shamir?
Oh, okay. For boxing, this also happening today. It's gonna be the WBO welterweight championship. It's gonna be Terrence Crawford versus Jeff Horn. If you guys don't know, Jeff Horn beat Manny Pacquiao last year for the welterweight championships. Now,
was that a controversial win?
That definitely was a controversial win. He got basically scored more points than Manny Pacquiao. I mean, who's to say? Like, really? Yeah,
it was a decision. Okay.
Yeah, it was a decision. But hey, he beat Manny Pacquiao. Even though that was past his prime, but hey, whatever. He beat Manny Pacquiao. Yeah. But now, Terrence Crawford and Jeff Horn talking shit against each other. Well, really, it's Jeff Horn talking the most shit right now.
Yeah.
And Crawford just being cool, calm, calculated. Yeah. And he's about to get in that wing, probably whoop some ass.
Usually the quiet ones, the ones that come out.
Yeah. And Terrence Crawford, he has he's like two division championship. So he's been moving up, you know what I mean? And the undercards to that, and stop me if any names pop out to y'all. For the junior middleweight is David Kaminsky versus Trevor Levin. For the featherweight is Gabriel Flores Jr. versus Dustin Southchek. Southchek.
Yeah.
Light heavyweight is Steve Nelson versus Deshaun Webster.
Okay.
Featherweight is Shakur Stevenson versus Leo Mesquia. I hope I said that right. Junior welterweight is Maxim, god dang it, Dadashev versus Darlis Perez. Welterweight is Jose Benavides versus Frank Rojas.
Just wait till you get to the Russian.
Oh my god, dude! And lightweight is Jose Pedraza versus Antonio Moran, and of course the main fight is Jeff Horn versus Terrence Crawford.
Cool. So tune into that. What channel is that on? That's on pay-per-view as well?
Yeah, it's only on pay-per-view.
Gotcha. The prelims are on probably what channel would boxing prelims be on?
Boxing prelims?
Yeah. Do they have free prelims or no?
I don't think so. Yeah. Oh, honestly, I'm not for sure, dude, because now I'm just starting to get into boxing and stuff. You know what I mean?
So tune into that, find out, and buy that pay-per-view, and enjoy.
And invite me over, because obviously I'm not getting pay-per-view, so invite me over.
He'll bring beer. Let's get into some other stuff, guys. That's it for sports. Okay, so this is something that I shared with y'all before I posted it.
When?
Miss America eliminates swimsuit competition and won't judge contestants based on physical appearance.
Here we go. So just bring nothing but ugly girls up in there, since that's not what we're doing.
Wait,
just bring them, but
what? But I
mean, if we're not going off of what physical appearance, then bring ugly girls. I want them.
See, but I want a girl good at math.
Yeah.
The thing is,
with pimples on her face.
The thing is, all the other countries are going on physical appearance. So if you send like an average girl to the Worlds, who is she going to win? Like, you're kind of putting her back a little bit, right? You're not putting your best, I don't want to say product, but you're not putting your best girl out there.
Think about it like this. When these farmers and ranchers, they're selling livestock, you think somebody's going to buy a scrawny calf or a scrawny cow.
But she has a
that's
good heart.
malnourished. Oh, but
Bessie
she
has a-
eats very well. I don't know.
Bessie has a good heart. Okay?
Betsy has a good heart. Yeah. No, she ain't getting picked and she ain't getting sold
Shoot. That's like I'm
to
not
the slaughterhouse.
to this like see that's the thing, man. I understand like, you know, trying to be nice and to like be accepting of everybody, but this is Miss America, man. You got to know what you're going into. Like, if you don't want to be in a swimsuit competition, you can't be in a swimsuit competition.
Somebody that got hired there is a feminist and says we can't body shame girls. So
Is it really body shaming though?
I mean, that's what
Is
they
it really body
It's
shaming.
not, it's not body shaming.
It's not. They're like, man, that girl's gonna get it because
I
I
mean,
swear the world's soft now, man. That's
Oh,
why.
man.
This is why I don't want to bring this up too much. I don't want to get too much into that topic, but this is why these kids are going cuckoo
Yeah.
in these schools because they can't take a little slander, a little trash talk, a little bullying. We all went through that.
We all-
bro, I have a stutter.
Yeah.
Can you imagine how my life was?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and I used to get bullied in middle school, not high school, middle school. Yeah, we got a gross.
Yeah, he made sure that shit
I was
stopped.
like, this happened in middle school. But I fought in middle school. I said, man, I knew I was going to take an L.
Yeah.
But I just say, man, I'm done. I just
You know what
jumped
my
over
thing,
that
you know
table.
what my thing is on that is you can try to make everything sugar coated around you, but everything is not always going to go your way.
Right.
Right? Everything's not always. You have to learn as yourself to deal with stuff going on around you. You can't, because when we do these things, when we conform establishments and everything to cater to people, when people get disappointed, they're never
They
gonna,
don't know what
they're
to
never,
do.
They don't know what to do.
Yeah,
because
they're-
they're just like, wait,
they're
but
not
this
used-
other place is doing it like this. How come this
They're not
place
used
isn't
to
doing it?
rejection.
They're not used to rejection.
Right.
They're not used to things not going their way. And that messes with your mind because when you go out into
not
the
ready
real
for the
world,
real world.
when you go into the real world, you're not going to know what to do.
Yeah,
because
you're
things
gonna
aren't going your way.
basically
And-
stop-
Mom, why that?
Basically, stop giving away trophies for participation. That's
Yeah,
the most
start
dumbest
giving
thing I ever
participation.
seen.
The same issue with that one lady
Yeah.
that her daughter was crying because she didn't make the cheerleading squad.
Yeah.
And she said everybody needs to make it.
No.
What do you mean? That
No.
means
The girl sucks. She sucks.
Yeah, I was like, that means if you're in the NBA, anybody can just join it. I'd go join the NBA if that was the case.
Yeah, for
Like,
real.
that's-
Like,
it does not work that way.
yeah.
You
Like,
can't-
trust me, because if that started happening, oh yeah, I'm getting that big butts, bro.
Yeah.
I'm getting them big butts.
So, based on this, Gretchen Carlson, the former Fox News anchor who won Miss America in 1989, was named the organization's new chairman. She says, quote, "We are no longer a pageant. Miss America will represent a new generation of female leaders focused on scholarship, social impact, talent, and empowerment." Carlson said in a statement, quote, "We're experiencing a cultural revolution in our country with women finding the courage to stand up and have their voices heard on many issues. Miss America is proud to evolve as an organization and join the empowerment movement."
Okay, and that's great and all. So basically, but like, what are you going to do for the Miss America thing? So like, what does that entail? Okay, if we're basing it on scholarships, then what's the best scholarship? You know, I mean, like, what's the best like degree? You know what I mean? And isn't there supposed to be like a talent section or whatever?
Yep.
Like, so what? I'm supposed to watch somebody do a freaking math problem on the board? Like.
I have no idea. man.
Because on some degree, like, this is supposed to be entertaining for people to watch. You know what I mean? Sure, okay, we don't have a swimsuit contest. Okay, we do away with that. But like, what else are you going to bring to the table?
Yeah.
Because now it's like, because if you put it anywhere on TV or on some kind of stage, it has to be entertaining for and captivate people to watch.
Exactly.
Even bikini stuff aside, man. Bikini stuff aside, like, if you're not judging on beauty, can you even call it a beauty pageant anymore?
Well,
It's not. Apparently,
from what she says, it's not a pageant
Yeah,
anymore.
but still, see, okay, well, that's America, right? That's America. But what about these other countries that are still basing it on beauty, right? When when Miss America wins her title, right? She goes up to Miss World and she competes against the rest of the world.
Yeah.
All the other countries, their criteria, they're still pushing the prettiest girl up there,
Yeah.
right? Because they're
Yeah.
trying to win that. So if America isn't putting their best not product, but best girl out there, then we're already at a disadvantage, right?
Yeah.
So
right
I don't
off
know.
top.
I feel like, everybody's just so.
Everybody trying to be like liberalist.
It's just
and
it's everybody
politically
sensitive.
correct.
It's just everybody
Everybody's-
sensitive.
it's too sensitive,
And
yeah.
it's like, guys, like the thing is like, For me personally, I feel like you have to go through something to actually like get something, you know, or be something. You know what I mean? You have to go through hardship to actually learn and appreciate what it is, and to actually get.
Yeah, that's how you value things.
Yeah, and until you actually get like that thing that you actually need. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And see, that's true, you know. And we're, as a culture, we're just setting our future up for failure. You know, if this is the trend that we're going through, and if this is how it's going to be from now on, we're just setting because nobody else is going to care that you're soft and that you know can't handle things a certain way.
Yeah.
Well, what if somebody can? You know, we can't. You know, there was a cartoon I read the other day, and it showed in the olden days. There's a caption, and it shows a kid in the principal's office, right? And the parents and the principal are yelling at the kid when the kid does something wrong, right? Then there was another thing. It says present day, and it shows the kid and the parents yelling at the principal when the kid did something wrong. And that's so true nowadays, you know? Because when the students aren't performing, how is it the teacher's fault that the students aren't performing?
Your kid's just dumb. Your kid's just dumb, straight up.
If these parents aren't trying to help their kids, and then they think, oh, it's not even our fault. It's the. I don't know, man.
That made no fucking sense.
We can get into a whole topic about that.
Like we really could, and
but it will never. It's a never-ending.
It's a never-ending loop. Then there's another thing that's going on. So Trump recently had a phone call with Justin Trudeau, the Prime Minister from Canada.
Here we go.
Last month, and
did he? Hold on. Did he ask him that Toronto's not a real basketball team?
I mean, against LeBron, they're not.
He might have. So it says, according to CNN, on May 25th, Trump and Trudeau were discussing the Trump administration imposing tariffs on steel and aluminum imports from Canada. Trump says the tariffs are a matter of national security, something Trudeau reportedly contested during the phone call. Sources similar to this discussion told CNN, quote, "Didn't you guys burn down the White House?" Trump reportedly said in the response. Trump was apparently referring to the War of 1812 when the White House and much of Washington, D.C. was burned by the British.
Fucking bringing up old shit.
The British marched on Washington, D.C. in August 1814 after the Americans attacked York, Ontario. That territory, part of Canada at the time, was a British colony. Former First Lady Dolly Madison famously rescued a portrait of President Washington before fleeing the White House as it burned. A source who was on the call told CNN that the comment was not a laughing matter, to the degree that one can never take what is said as a joke. The impact on Canada and ultimately on workers in the U.S. won't be a laughing matter. So this dude was serious. The British did that, and this will really
just said
point blank was like, "Didn't you guys burn down the White House?" Like, this is the guy that's like being our diplomatic, leader.
He can't even speak.
That's why that lady, when he came from Santa Fe, that's why that lady said it felt like she was talking to a toddler. Yeah. Did you see her? Did you see that article?
He called the killer.
He called him wacky. He kept. She says, "Man, when I was talking to the president, it was one of the victims' mom, one of the girls that died from that.
Yeah."
She says it felt like I was talking to a toddler. She says all he was saying is like, "Oh, this killer, he's so wacky, right?" And I was like, "Why is he using the word wacky?"
And he was saying like he was wearing all black. It was kind of crazy.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. That's wacky, huh? And everybody's like, "Bro,
he just murdered my dog." Like, what the fuck you mean wacky?
Yeah.
Really?
I don't know. He's so good at running businesses, but his people skills, like talking, trash.
Because
for sure,
he has no social skill.
Yeah, because he's been in that 1% for so long.
Yeah.
So you never had to develop those people skills. But like, well, my thing is, how long do we have of him? Like
4 years. Well, 2 more years.
So we got 2 more years.
2.5 more years.
Okay, so we just gotta hold off for 2.5 more years.
He's been on for a year and a half. So we have 2.5 more years.
That's what I'm saying. So we have 2.5 more years, guys. 2.5 more years. We just gotta stay strong. 2.5 more years, unless this dude starts a war. 2.5 more years, guys. We just have to stay strong and just make sure like the ship doesn't sink.
Shamir about to get drafted to the military.
Nah, they're gonna re-enlist
I'm
you, bro.
gonna pull up the Trump excuse. I'm gonna be like, I got bone spurs. I got bone spurs. I can't.
Bro, I'll break my leg right there and then.
Shit, man.
Yeah. Well, that's all I got. You got anything else going on? Oh, they're coming up with a Halloween sequel with Michael Myers.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Why?
You know why?
Why?
You
You don't
know
like
why.
them? You don't like?
Oh, you know I don't like horror movies.
Yeah, but I'm
And
just
then
saying.
you and Brian, y'all tricked me into watching a horror movie. What
Which
was
one
it?
was
Fucking Elm Street or some shit?
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah,
Oh,
assholes. Oh, and you were laughing, but I punched the fuck out of you and Brian. Every time I got scared. That was fucked up.
What did we tell you it was?
Oh my
we
god,
told
that's
you.
on some shit.
It was-
Was it Toy Story?
Yeah, we told you. It
Oh
was
my
Toy Story.
god, dude. I was
So we took Shamir out and we told him that we were gonna go watch Toy Story 3.
fucking.
What was this?
This is a while back.
This is a while
This is where
back,
Nightmare
dude.
on Elm Street came out.
Like yeah, it was
How
like,
old
a
are you?
revamp.
Because didn't that movie come out with
Toy Story 3?
Yeah, when did that movie come
It
out?
was like what 19?
Or was it Toy Story 4?
No, it was
There's no
3,
four.
dude.
There's
It was
no
3.
four.
There's no 4 yet.
Oh yeah, there's no 4. Yeah,
Yeah.
Toy Story 3. I think it was like 2010, 2011. Mm-hmm. So we told him it was Toy Story 3 was out. So he was like, all right, let's go. So we took him in a seat, and then he was kind of getting suspicious because the trailers, you know, how the trailers are usually the same kind of theme. So he was like, this ain't Toy Story. And
No,
then-
fuck that. I knew what it was when fucking Brian, who can't whisper and shit, said, "Hey, can I get 3 tickets to Nightmare on Elm Street?" I was like, "What the fuck?"
no, this is hey, good attitude, because he can't whisper.
You
Brian
can't
can't
whisper for shit, bro. Oh, my God.
But yeah, they're making a reboot, and it looks pretty good. It looks tolerable. It
You
doesn't
just
look super-
you just haven't been a big fan of the horror.
No,
Like you just it just gives
no.
you.
And then dude, I'm the classic black man, that yells in the theaters, dude. Like,
Oh hell no! Oh hell
I'm
no.
that stereotype. I mean, even though I did go to see,
But I mean, you being like older now, doesn't it just like it's just a movie run through your head? Like it's not scary.
it depends on the movie. Because, like I said, I went to go see what's that?
Like-
What's that movie with John Krasinski?
That,
Quiet
like the
Place?
Quiet Place.
Yeah, The
you
Quiet
were
Place.
able to see that.
I was able to
sus-
see it 'cause that wasn't scary.
That was
Yeah, it was.
suspenseful though.
It was suspenseful, but it wasn't like too.
To me, that trips me out more than horror because I already know it's gonna be horror.
it's sudden, yeah.
and everything's foreshadowed. So it's like, oh, I already know that.
Everything's foreshadowed, but it's like it's the way it happens though.
Yeah.
That fucks you up. It's the way it happens, especially like those fucking where it's like spirits and shit.
Yeah,
Like, fuck
like
all that.
demonics and stuff.
Yeah, all that bullshit.
But yeah, man, that's coming out. The Spider-Man trailer came out.
For
The new Spider-Man movie.
Spider-Verse.
Spider-Verse,
Yeah.
yes,
I did
yes.
not. I did not think that was real.
It's
I did
real.
not think
It's
that was
real.
but it's like a 3D cartoon kind of
yeah,
thing.
but
So
it looks
makes
pretty. It looks
sense, yeah.
super dope.
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure.
But
So
yeah,
when's the last horror movie you've seen?
last horror movie I saw was Unsane. It's about this woman that like believes somebody's following her.
Oh yeah.
Nobody-
that wasn't. That
nobody-
was more suspenseful as well.
Yeah, so I don't care. That's scary
It's
to
scary
me.
as fuck, yeah.
You saw it?
No, I didn't see
He
it.
saw the trailer. He got scared.
It's like
The
nope.
last
Yeah.
scary movie that I saw that I thought was well put together was It. That's the newest
It was
one.
It was really scary.
It to me.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
But
Well, that's all we got for this episode, guys. Anything else y'all want to say?
hell to
Fuck Golden State.
Cool.
Yeah, fuck them.
Well, once again, this is Justin.
this is Sean.
Sham Wow, Sham Bam Kablam, Sham Beezy. Signing off.